way that game went, defense shut them down early. Second quarter, we couldn't tack on points. We got the big pick before the half, and we're able to open the lead up. But the defense keeping them at 7. That's got to be our foundation. Being able to stop the run and really get after the quarterback. And I thought we did that pretty well today.
Guys, can you talk a little bit more about the Sam Brown interception and just what that meant?
Yeah, that game right there was 20-7. We go 3 and out on offense. They got a chance to make it pretty dang interesting. And Eric, really athletic play for sure. Not only the catch but the return, and then it put us in position to get that other score and go up 27-7. So, you need guys to step up and make plays like that, especially when things are, not falling apart by any means, but not quite going our way. And Eric certainly, that was a pivotal play. That was the pivotal play in this game.
And then you followed it up with the offense rewarded that.
Yeah, we got a short field. We had all our timeouts, not a ton of time, but I thought we did a good job of mixing up some passes and some runs ultimately that kept them off guard and got the touchdown and getting up 27-7 and getting back up to a 20-point lead at half was big. And our guys, I think that's a team that's got talent that's getting better and better, and we really came out of the gates well, held them in check, and fortunately we were able to open up a little bit more in the second half.
Where does that first quarter rank on best quarters you've played this year?
Well, was the San Diego game. I think we got up 21-0. It was comparable. I think just not allowing them to do anything offensively, and on offense for us being able to convert both in the run and the pass game, and we knew the nature of their defense. We had to come out and run the football, and we did that, and it really changed the complexion of how they played really the rest of the game. They played us quite a bit different than they had in their previous, the previous 4 opponents. So we really set the tone well.
And after last week, kind of the slow start, how encouraging was it to be able to score right away and be up 17-0?
Yeah, I think anytime you can take the ball down right away and put 7 on the board, that's big. And then we had a big third down conversion by Tommy in that mix. So no, that's really set the tone well, and our defense followed up with a stop, and then we were able to keep pouring on that first quarter.
What'd you think about Lance? And all season he's been a guy that you can depend on through the air.
Yeah, I nothing really to this point surprised me. I think going back to spring, we felt like Lance, from a receiver perspective, would be our top playmaker. And I think as these games have gone on, I think his confidence is growing and growing. So he's making plays that whether he was asked to make them in the past or not, he probably didn't make. And it's been great to see him continue to grow, and really, he's a guy that I know Matt has a tremendous amount of confidence in, and when you have that, and you can throw 50-50 balls up, that makes the offense go.
I was going to say, does his presence help the offense? If you're able to pass, you can run a little bit more and draw attention to other receivers.
Yeah, no question. I think what it does is, will teams single him up? I think he's put himself in that position. So do you have an alternative plan defensively with your coverage just to defend him? And I thought going in that they probably would. That's the nature of how they play. They played us more singled up, and we probably could have gone after him more, but his productivity continues to be a big part of our offense.
You got a few more guys involved. Jaden, obviously one of them. With Coy being down too, I mean, how I don't know, I guess encouraging or cool was that to see everybody, more targets, I guess?
Yeah, I think Jaden's been a guy that was slowed up a little bit in fall camp, and he's continued to emerge. I thought he did a heck of a job hanging on the ball, making some plays after the catch. We got Andrew Patterson out there. I think that was his second play as a collegiate player, and he gets a touchdown. And with Coy's injury, that provided an opportunity for us to play Andrew. And Andrew's kind of been waiting in the wings, all through fall camp and these first several games, and hasn't been on the field. So what a way to break into college football, and I think we'll see more of Andrew Patterson moving forward.
And him, right a week after Simeon's first interception, another true freshman. Is that kind of poetic to you at all, just seeing true freshmen step up?
Yeah, I think all along, going back to the beginning stages of August, we saw those two as the 2 true freshmen that would probably be able to make an impact. Simeon's opportunity and just his playmaking showed up a little faster. But Andrew, you got to give him credit. He's been patient. He's continued to get the reps in practice. Hasn't gotten games. Hasn't pouted whatsoever. And there he is getting a chance to make a catch his second play, and he looked pretty fast heading down the sideline. I know that.
Coach, Isaiah's 600-yard rushing game out of his last 9. What does he mean to this offense, and not only this game, but
Yeah, I think much like Lance, you have a constant there in Isaiah. You're gonna give him enough opportunities. It was 20 today. He's gonna make the most of it. If we can get him on linebackers, on safeties, he's gonna make it hard for them. He's a hard guy to bring down, and he's a finisher. And at this point of the season, he continues to impress me for sure.
it's family weekend, family game. Obviously, you got a big clan over here.
Yeah.
What does it mean to get this win in front of a big portion of your family?
Yeah, it's great. We'll have family, different parts of our family coming all throughout the season, so great to have them here, and entertaining press conference here, I'm sure, for all of them.
We kind of talk every week just about, McKay and McCutcheon being that leap will do. I mean, can you just speak on that again? Just, they just seem to be working really well together.
Yeah, I think, what occurs is Lance is hard to cover, and when you have a receiver that's hard to cover, it makes those throws much more desirable. So, some of them are easy, some are really challenging. I think there was quite a variety today when you look at the different catches that Lance was able to make. So yeah, that'll be a matchup we continue to go after, especially when people want to play single coverage on Lance. And I know Matt has no hesitation, but I think there was a couple times today where he went Jaden over Lance in situations where he probably could have gone either way. So we got to continue to target different guys, and they both have big games today, both Jaden and Lance.
And then looking at UNC's defense, it's kind of designed to break up those big pass plays, but you guys didn't seem to have a problem on that side of the offense at all.
The key was we broke them with the run game early, so they really got out of their drop 8 mode and played single high, either man or zone, just because they needed to get really 7 guys in the box, so that those runs early were huge to allow us to really run our offense kind of as we'd like to. So the fact that we ended up with the same yardage on both sides was not by design, but certainly looks good on the stat sheet.
You guys have had a few miscues the last couple of weeks, but is there a silver lining to that? I mean, is that something that you can use as an example or whatever?
Yeah, I think we got a team that is continuing to mature, is continuing to grow in its belief in one another. We're still early in the season. We're 2 games into conference play. We are far from perfect at this stage. We got to continue to come back on Monday and learn each week. And other teams are going to make some plays. I think relying on one another, that's been the really nice thing the last couple of weeks. I think offense feeds off defense, vice versa. I didn't think we were great in the special teams today, and we got to keep growing there as well, because that phase has to be a winning edge for us. But yeah, I think if we were perfect now, where would we go? So we're continuing to grow and get better, and these games are going to get more and more difficult as we click them off.
On the timeout before the interception from Ty on that goal line stand, it looked like you went up to Trey, I think it was, and said something. I just curious what kind of the message was there.
Play, don't talk. Play, simple as that.
Fair.
It was a good timeout, because we wanted to. Me talking to Trey had nothing to do with the timeout. It was really a timeout. Coach Banks wanted to see how they lined up. Get a chance to set our defense as best we could, and it was we had a couple with that sequence on defense that we used in the second half. So pleased with that stop. It was a heck of a play. You get a team that wants to throw on 4th and inches. That says something about our defense. So really pleased with that stop.